Oh, oh, you know what time it is. It's Tuesday. It's 2:15. So that means it's Let's Talk Marketing. I'm your host with the most, Shawn M. Smith, otherwise known as SMS, sometimes called S squared, sometimes called S squared 22. We're going to hang out a little bit here, let some people come in for the thread. And in the process of doing that, I am going to grab this link and get it into our event. Hope everyone's having a really good Tuesday. Good start to the week so far. Here in Maryland, we got a little bit of snow, so we're definitely feeling the super rad effects of that. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be an awesome program. Got some great questions in this week, and I modified one, turned it into a really big old question. So we will see how things go. Let's go just now. Take this, grab that, take that to here, to discussion, add a post, and do that. Boop, it's in. Whammo. And we're live. So what is going on, everybody? Thanks for coming to check out the brand new and improved feed for Let's Talk Marketing, the show where we talk marketing, we talk other stuff, and we talk fun. Now, instead of using the old web camera coming off my old MacBook Air, now we went above and beyond, and we got something great going on. What we have instead, as I found out the last year, Canon was all like, hey, DSLR owners, you guys can totally participate in the love as well, too. You guys can use your DSLRs for streaming. And I was like, okay, well, I'm glad I'm finding this out now. So I went a long process of rigging some stuff up, and it worked to finally get it included in my computer. So I was able to put it together. So anyway, welcome again. I'm Shawn M. Smith. This is Let's Talk Marketing. It's a show where filmmakers, entertainers, people in the know, entrepreneurs, small business owners can come together, and we can just talk about what matters to us in the fields that we participate in. It's cool. So if you guys can hear us, give me a big old spammy one. Spam me a one in the comments. Give me a one in the comments. Give me a one. That'd be great. He even hit me up. Oh, I got one privately. Good. I don't know why you were so shy there, but we're here. All right, so we're good. So let's get going this week. This is a pretty good one this week. Spammy one by Ethan. That's good. Spammy one by Ethan. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. This week's show is brought to you unofficially by Trader Joe's Cold Brew, instant cold brew. It gets me through every show, wouldn't you know? It's hard to do, but I pull it off. So cheers to you, Ethan, for being the first person to publicly write spammy one. And you wrote a lot of ones. So this would be a good topic, by the way. You wrote one different thing this week about international marketing. I think I want to take that offline and have you book a conversation with me so that we can talk about that. What I want to do this week is something else, and I think it's going to be even more valuable to you as well. So let me get a sip here. Or a guzzle, depending on how you look at that. All right, and we'll kind of talk about this. So, got a lot of stuff going on in the world of marketing. Okay, and always it's pretty adventurous. People trying really clever, unique things, and with people a captured audience right there in their home. People are trying unique things to get the attention, get in front of people, kind of grab some eyeballs. Munch some brains, you know, get some to be little digital marketing zombies. And that's really all you want to do. You kind of want to capture the hearts and minds of the consumer, as it were. And by the way, Ethan, what do you think of this view? Do you like this view? Do you like this camera, this whole feel better than what we normally do? Because I can show you what it usually looks like. Normally looks like it's been like this. It's just, this is 720p. This is a straight webcam. I think this looks yucky. But this is where we're at now. Upgrade. I think this is an upgrade. I think that this is I think that this is quite an upgrade, and we're gonna move mountains together as a family. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna go into this week's deck. Its presentation is always of fun, and it's called "Let's Talk Marketing for the Deck." Why? I appreciate that. It looks less like a mannequin, right? Like less powdery and fake. Like I said, it looked like a toupee last week, and everyone like kind of like doubted me. And it looks real. This looks like real hair. And also I trimmed up the mustache so I look like Chris Jericho when he did the whole list thing, or also just a general pirate. While I grow the curly mustache back, the mustache is a pirate thing, is what we're doing. But hope people are checking out on YouTube. If you're on YouTube right now, drop me a live comment. Throw me an R, maybe 4 R's, so I know that you're there and you're a pirate too. Hope you're a pirate. To be honest, I got 3 screens right now. This is very interesting. I got the deck over here, I got my main camera here, and I got the my like operations camera here. It's fun. It's fun. This one here. My head is spinning. The production. I got a producer coming in. His name is it's Cartery 7. Anyway, so let's do this deck. Let's run this thing. So let's talk marketing this week. The idea was that I'd asked you guys for questions in the community. Kind of wanted to see like where everyone's head was at, what kind of things you found valuable, and what you wanted to talk about. What you thought was like, whoa, this is something I need to know, Shawn. What is it you may know that I don't know? What is it that you may not have thought of? And I think we got some good questions, and I had some tough ones. I had the international market thing from Ethan that we're gonna take offline, and we're gonna discuss. But what we're also going to do is we're gonna bring up this pretty big one that's brought by Jason Horton. All right, it's a question of the week. All right, it's my question of the week. Jason Horton brought this up in his thread in the Filmmakers on Distribution and Marketing. And actually, I have a conversation with him tomorrow that we are filming for his channel, which I'm pretty stoked about. I like Jason's stuff. If you guys are out there digging Jason Horton, give me a hell yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin style. Give me a hell yeah. But so Jason came up with this question. What? Oh. All right, Jimmy. All right. I'll let you do it. I will. All right. So here's the thing. What are things you do in the first 30 days of your film's release to help drive traffic early on? All right. Now, everyone's got their own secret sauce. I have worked for 16 years in digital marketing for film, television, music, entertainment. Hell yeah, Stone Cold does make some money. He made the prison one. He also hit a rock. He was in Tough Enough, the TV show. He also has a Rattlesnake. He's got his Broken Skull Ranch or whatever. I like him. There's nothing wrong with Stone Cold. I want to have a beer with him. I just don't drink. Woobity doo. So anyway, we'll go back here. So what are things you do in the first 30 days of your film's release to help drive traffic early on? So what are some things you can do to kind of set the table for later success? Because release cycle changed significantly. When we used to work releases, it used to be beyond larger tentpole films where you had a larger budget, so you had a longer release cycle, so you were allowed to spend more money. So you could do posters, subway, buses, radio, television, internet, not just internet, but then also reviews, on-site visits, there's a litany of stuff, and you do that all the way out. And then once it comes out, then there's, these giveaways and these things to kind of drive some people to the actual, to the theaters. Now it's different. Now we don't do that because there's not one actual site, there's not one arbiter of success. There's no boxoffice.com. Well, boxoffice.com is a thing. That's not really fair. There's no like box office arbitrage.com, which is literally measuring every single Netflix stat and every, Hulu stat and every Tubi stat and every single Disney Plus stat. Once you get in those closed sandboxes, that's when it gets to be kind of tricky. So we're not really necessarily sure what's going on. That's fine. That's fine. That's up to them and that's their playground. But it's a little bit different as far as how, not necessarily how they're monetizing your work and your commodity, but how they're giving you visibility beyond release. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, so what do we do? I'm going to give you some ideas of what I would do with a release now in these days, in this day and age. Hang on. It's on the wrong tab. Got to be honest with you, the production quality. The guy that does this, guy that puts the decks together, really good. The guy that presses the buttons, jerk. Oh, wow. Yeah. He's a jerk. All right, so the five biggest things that I can see right now to do for any small release, indie release, mid-size release, something that you want to keep your audience going for 30 days and then see where things are at that point to determine what's going on. Ready? These are, I would say, necessities, but that makes them bare minimums. I want to make very clear. These are necessities, making them bare minimums. If you're still with me now, I got two people chilling with me on the live stream right now. I got people bopping in and out. I'm getting private comments. What I want to hear right now, if you can, just write bare minimum in the comments, just so I know that you're still tuned in. Bare minimum. Got these creepers creeping in my private chat. Surprised they're trying to lock me down. I'm sorry, guys. I'm already locked down. Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your cares. I don't remember much more than that. That's the only reason I did that. It's not part of it. It's not part of it at all. But I went with it, and I hope you liked it. All right, back to it. These are going to be the five biggest things. Ready? Here we go. Prime your social profiles. All right. First off, you should have social profiles for any project that you're doing. You should have your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter. If you want to do TikTok, reserve TikTok, even if you're not going to use it. I don't care about Snap. Snap is dead. I said that years ago. It's not for you. It's not your audience there, unless you're doing some immersive thing that makes sense and is rad. If so, tell me what it is, because I want to hear about it and get excited. And that's about it. You can have other accounts as well too, based on what you want to do for your plan. But that's where we want to go. What I would offer is this: prime your social profiles, your personal and otherwise. I'm going under the guise of you have already established that you're going to have a very firm grip on your brand marketing. You're going to know the look and feel of every single asset that you're going to be putting out there. Icons, headers, what your copy is going to be. It's not going to change. It's going to be consistent, because you need to have consistent messaging for the consumers to adopt and grab. You get 6 to 8 times these people are going to see you before they're going to recognize you. And you don't want to waste the time of that person and be like, oh, I don't remember this movie because it's this thing here. It doesn't make sense to me because, well, what's going on? It's this. I don't remember these words, these funny words. Here's an instance. Let's say you're like, in one instance, you're like, oh, high time for murder here on Drug Ship. And next time your tagline is Drug Ship, where it's time for murdering. And like, both of them are probably pretty crappy. All right, I'm going to be honest with you. Those are probably pretty crappy taglines, and I just made them up. You can tell, trust me. But the thing is that they're not consistent, and it's part of the reason that people will get the confusion with brands. will be that they're not the same thing that they're expecting from the brand that they got the last time. So if someone saw something times 1, 2, 3, 4, if it was like a paid ad, Facebook, Instagram, blah, and they saw those posters and those banners, and they saw the Instagram post, and they were high time to die, and then the other one comes up later on. It's like, wait, there's a cognitive disconnect between what you're actually looking for and what their expectation is and what you're giving them. So I hope that makes sense. Next, prep your email list and your social followers just before your release. So call them out into the people that matter most. If it's a genre, if you're putting out a film that's genre specific and you have your genre straightened away and you're going to be putting out something that's like a horror film, make sure your horror list is together. Don't send this to your Sense and Sensibilities people because you look like an idiot. And I think you know that you would look like an idiot. Even though I know you want as many eyeballs as possible, you're better to have 500 people that care about horror than 10,000 people, of which 9,500 of them do not care about who you are or about your project, because that's just not for them. It's not their thing. It's not something they're into, and that's not fair to do that to them. And that you're going to end up alienating a consumer because you're being disingenuous with your marketing message, and that's not cool. So what you want to do is make sure that it's very honest. Call that list. Make sure those people are primed, because you're going to be messaging several times. And I know I mentioned Jason Horton before. If you go over to his YouTube channel, Jason Horton, he actually does a really good job of explaining the 4 steps that he takes in the order when he marks an indie film. And I think that is a really good resource for you. So check it out. If you want the actual links for it, leave me a comment here, and I will respond on the actual thread after with the video itself, because I do have it bookmarked for this, because when me talking tomorrow, I wanted to have it as a topic. Social followers. People don't use lists, but what they do is you do pay attention to the people that matter. So if I was a high level influencer in the horror space, and you were putting out, wow, that was crazy, and you were putting out a horror movie, you wanted to make sure that I see your stuff. So you want to hit me up on Twitter. You want to find me on Facebook. And that is something that would be pretty awesome for everyone to do, to make sure that you get your bases covered. I can't believe the camera just kicked off like that. It's no card in the camera. Yes, that's everything's right. Holy cow. A little heart failure. Anyone else have heart failure? Throw up a 4 for the number of beats my heart skipped while it went do, do. Because that was frightening. Anyway, you got to identify your influencers. They don't always have to be the largest people. They have to be the most influential people, in that they can move mountains. Someone with 5,000 followers, 500 followers that gets strong engagement and can get people to talk about them and what they like is just as exciting to an audience because they care, as someone with 50,000 followers, 500,000 followers, 5 million followers. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Set aside a budget for your weekly paid social advertising. $1 a day, just $1 a day to start. You're not going to compete with the big dogs if you're not good at it. You can hire companies for it. I have resources. I do it myself with my own company, Anjan. You see in the bottom left corner or bottom right corner over there, Anjan is the name of my digital marketing agency. I do work consultancy as well. In concert with filmmakers, as far as done with you programs, the new offerings that we're doing with filmmakers. It's pretty cool. But anyway, you need to make sure that there is money set aside to advertise, and strategically find ways to get stuff set to make sure that you can get your voice heard in a space that's kind of crowded. Organic reach has dipped every year, sometimes twice a year, pretty substantially on Facebook and Twitter. And you need to do things that can kind of move the needle still, and paid is going to be it. Again, you're going to have the assets from before, from when you prime. Hold on, watch, ready? When you primed your social profiles. Oh, I can actually wait. Hold on, let's see if I can do it this way. for when you primed your social profiles. So you're going to have that material there. So you just kind of retrofit it to what makes sense for your aspect ratio. Use Canva if you want. Canva is a really great alternative. I use it for a lot of my icons and my artwork, just because I don't feel like using Photoshop, and I like the look of a lot of what they have for their templates. And move it from there. Number 4, this is a one I like for audience building. Send an outreach emails to 2 top tier and 6 mid-tier sites in your genre. You pick the date, you pick the time. I'm going to explain something in a minute, how I like to do things when you're out of cycle on a film or a project. But you send outreach emails to these 2 top tier sites, and let's say like IGN.com and geeksofdoom.com. Well, actually, I'd be a mid-tier. IGN.com and UGO doesn't exist anymore. 411mania.com. We'll say they're high end because they get about $1 million a month, maybe a little bit more. I haven't talked to Ashish in a long time. And then 6 mid-tier sites. So we could say Geeks of Doom. You could say like Den of Geek. You can run the list of geek stuff. If we're just doing geek stuff, if you're doing horror, all the horror ones, Bloody Disgusting. You can do Rue Morgue's website. If you didn't want websites, you could work groups. You could work Facebook profiles, pages. Those are valuable placements. I did mention in previous episodes that you're going to want to work your placements, not just speaking for video and written placements and audio placements and things. Social, you can get things like Facebook coverage because their audience is there, and you get the placement, and you can count that link in your coverage book that you're doing yourself. It doesn't seem like it's a lot. It doesn't get the same coverage as a website plug, but you can use it to build your book, to use your future book. I think you build your book to build your future book, to go for investment or acquisition for other projects, as it were. Does that make sense to everybody? I hope that makes sense. If there's any questions on that, throw up question marks at any point. I can't do emojis or throw up raising hand emojis at any point if there's questions, please. I don't want to just be the ranting guy in the corner screaming at clouds. I'm not that guy. It's not me. Although at this point I kind of earned it with the back pain. Oh, and by the way, per last week, the back, a little bit better. I got dry needled, which was crazy. That's a crazy experience. Not because it's bad, but because I just did not expect it. I just was like, hey, we're going to put needles in your back. And I'm not against needle backing. Back needling. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Back needling. But it happened. Number 5, remain active as a fan. Don't just sell. So you need to get out there, man. You need to keep commenting. You keep writing. I know that you're busy. I know that you're putting a ton of stuff out there in the space for your own film, but you need to still be making conversations because it's digital handshakes, dude. If I'm on Rue Morgue's Facebook page and I see that they covered your film, High Time to Die, and I'd be like, hey, man, this film looks really cool. And you respond to me and you're like, hey, man, I think that's real cool. Taylor Borden did this with Blockbuster, with the last Blockbuster. A lot of people were like commenting when they saw his post went up about them being on, I can't think of what site, Variety, maybe when the site film was finally available. And a lot of people were kind of like, hey, man, this is pretty great. I can't wait to see this. And he was like, oh, that sounds real great, man. I can't wait to show it. We were really excited. It's a work of love. And you're like, holy cow, that's so cool. Even though he's a part of the community, he remained a part of the community. And the genuine level of like care for what we're all doing as a whole makes us all care together. So I'm more likely to be like, yo, my buddy Mario in Miami, man, you got to check out the last Blockbuster. So because this dude made it about this store, it's the last one left in the country. And here's the thing. So here's why. Kind of fine tune your marketing as a whole. I brought up a second ago right here on point 4 about outreach emails to 2 top tier and 6 mid-tier sites. And it kind of brings up a maintenance point. The maintenance point is like, how do you get to where you want to be at any given time overall? And it's like, okay, well, we'll find out how we get there. Well, how do we get there? I put this post together every day. I can put my site out as a resource, my personal Facebook page. is a resource page for marketing, my thought pieces, stuff I'm doing with clients, just a general kind of menagerie of what's going on as a whole for me in my life, marketing wise. And also, I'm supposed to have plugged it and I forgot. Ooh, this morning, my podcast with my son, Potato Salad Marmalade, came out again. We had taken an extended break for the holidays, and we're back, episode 12, Potato Salad Marmalade. You can find it wherever you find your podcasts. Potato Salad Marmalade, Potato Salad Marmalade. It's me and Carter. He's 7, and he's awesome. And he sounds awesome in this episode. Smartest kid. Anyway, back to what I was saying. That is the only thing that's been like personal on there in a while. So thanks for the love. I appreciate the love. But he this was yesterday. Posted this yesterday. I'm gonna blow this up so you guys can see it better. I'm gonna go off a little small. Can you see this okay? Hopefully you got it up on your screen. Actually, no, I'm gonna go full screen so you guys can see this better. So this is how we're gonna increase our marketing strength. It's kind of like a daily task list. And what I say is this: you have to shake hands digitally, and the best way to do that is to write one email to a website a day. It doesn't have to be a press release. It doesn't have to be anything major. It just has to be. So you have to think like, I found this new site today. Let's call them BuzzFeed.com. And I remember working with BuzzFeed.com when they literally had 50,000 unique monthly visitors, and they are so big now, and it's crazy. And I reached out, and Jack Shepard was the one that replied, and we've had a working relationship since then, because he's an awesome guy and he maintains this level of professionalism, but he's down to earth. He's the type of person you just would like to work with. You're just like, man, I want to show you this trailer for this film I'm doing. What can we do with this at your network? Is it something that interests you? That's when the time comes. Other than that, reach out. Hey, man, I saw you guys just did this really cool article on your site. Big fan of horror. I'm actually a filmmaker myself. How do we get your stuff up on your site? Just kind of open the eyes ahead of time. Don't just send them PR stuff. 28 days in the shortest month. That'd be 28 short emails. They don't have to be long, 500 words. They'd be super, super short. Create a piece of written content. It could be on your website, your personal website. Could be on your film website. Could be on your production company website. It could be on nothing. Could be like I do, which I write the long ones at least once a day on my Facebook page. But just write. Get in the habit of writing content that's going to be sticky. It's going to make people see you and want to talk to you, want to cling to you. Think of you not as an influencer alone, but as a person they want to hang out with, because those sorts of relationships are the most important. Number 3, introduce yourself to one new person. I mentioned this before. Find yourself a person online, right, on a thread, on when Taylor Borden did the last blockbuster, that thread. Let's say it was in the filmmaking Facebook group, just filmmaking, and someone had written the thing like, "Hey, did you guys see this?" And he was like, "Oh, it's so cool, man. We had so much fun." I responded back. I was like, "Dude, this looks so cool. Hey, I'm Shawn, man. Great to meet you." And we started a separate conversation on the side. I had questions about like how his distributor did the marketing for it, because I hadn't seen a lot for it, but I was real curious. He's like, "Oh, well, I handled a lot myself because I had existing connections." And I'm like, "That's really cool." I was like, I'm really interested in learning more about the distribution side of things, because I know like Film Hub and stuff, but like, what else is there that you recommend? And then we just started a bigger talk from there. So maybe that does something. Maybe it goes somewhere as a conversation, but not everything for me is transactional as far as me making money. That's not the goal, because for every Taylor Borden, there could be 10,000 Taylor Smiths. And one of those people might lead to something big. 10 of those people could lead to something medium. They all could lead to something nothing. And it doesn't quite matter. That shouldn't be the idea behind doing business. Doing business is about meeting quality people and spreading good and being helpful, and being a kind soul. So, all right. Read answers from people you respect. So a lot of people do the whole Gary Vaynerchuk thing. Everything the guy puts out, they consume it. Gary V, crush it, jab, 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 hook. Find people you respect. Seth Godin, What the heck? I'm trying to think of somebody. I mean, like if it depends on who you're into. I really do, like you could be if you're thinking mindset stuff. Tony Robbins. Like who you into? Jay Abraham. Like who do you want to focus on? Find people you respect. I'm gonna bring it back and over here. Like read daily. Like set a minimum for yourself, and then just read something. The newspaper. I actually was reading before we got on here. I was just folding back up. Not this isn't the part I'd read. I read the Post, the Washington Post, and I'd finished up the sports section. The day's already happened, and I've already worked. I've been up since 4 a.m. Eastern time, and I've already read. But I was reading to kind of slow my mind down, just kind of get to a grounded place, and then take that to a new place. So where are we at now? Read daily. Watch some YouTube videos on tactics. You're not going to learn everything from tactics. You're not. You can't. What you are going to do is you're going to learn a little bit more about something you didn't know, or maybe you learn a different strategy, or pick up something that you can turn into something a little more clever. And that's my number one thing. Like, be clever. Got to be clever. Got to figure out something that the big people aren't doing that you can do faster because you're alone, that you don't have to because you're desperate and you're hungry. That's awesome. Like, that's how you're going to win. You're going to win by being nimble, by being agile, and not agile in the marketing sort of way where you're building scrums and putting stuff together. Like, you really got to think. Find social marketing sites to consume. I can give you two: Social Media Examiner, Social Media Today. Take those two. Start there. Learn things about algorithms and what the changes are that are coming. They're updated so frequently, those two sites, because the changes are frequently. I used to be a contributor at Social Media Today, because there's so much that can be said, even from a pundit standpoint, that you really can't help but succeed if you take this stuff in. And maybe this is your reading. I mean, I did say read daily. Choose the minimum. Pick some stuff outside your own. Go to marketing land or search engine land. Do SEO related stuff. Do something phenomenal. Do something right here. Do something unexpected for you. Because you don't get smarter by doing stuff you've already done before. That's how you got to where you are. I don't get less comfortable. I don't get more comfortable talking about stuff I'm already super comfortable talking about. I'm answering questions about marketing that I know the answer to by talking into the ether, knowing there's people listening, but I'm the only person interacting. I like the challenge. That's why I did this. I wouldn't have done that unless I knew I needed a challenge as far as speaking. And in this day and age, it's like standing on stage and giving a speech at the BB&J Baltimore Business Journal here, except we can't do that. There's no BBJ stuff in the pandemic. So I do this because it's awesome. So it's awesome. And no matter what happens, again, be yourself, man. It's not like that corny, like, be authentic you. No, be yourself the same way you're branding your films or your businesses. You have to remain true to what you are yourself, because that is the stuff that's going to hang with you. That's the stuff that's going to stick around. That's the stuff that's going to carry over. That's the stuff that's going to bleed over into every element of your life. And to be honest with you, you can't escape that. Some of the stuff you only get one shot to do. That first email that you send to Bloody Disgusting. And I mentioned Bloody Disgusting because, the first time I actually emailed them, I screwed it up. Luckily, I had their phone number to call because they're a friend of a friend at that point. And I was able to be like, hey, I sent you an email. I want to apologize. I didn't mean to send that subject line. That was from the wrong email. I copied and pasted per mistakes last week when we talked about mistakes I'd made. Copied and pasted a subject line from another email. Wasn't paying attention. It was saved in my clipboard. And then I sent it like an idiot. So even the good ones can be idiots. That's if you think I'm a good one. So, I almost missed it. Hang on. I did this on purpose. Ready? Rock and roll. Little Olmec. Legends of the Hidden Temple. Who's feeling that today, huh? Give me a 2 if you're feeling rock and roll, or tell me what team you were on Legends of the Hidden Temple. Gonna be honest with you, I'll take one off the table. Silver squirrels were originally in my GIF, but for some reason they were coming through only as an MP4, so I changed it up to Olmec. You guys got a team? Give me a 2, or give me your team. Let me see it. See your team, little Olmec. Ooh. Rock and roll. So much necessities. So much. All right, so let's rock this. Let's jump back out of here. So that's where we're at right now. I think I answered a lot of that question. If you think let's forget the Olmec thing. If you think I answered the question of the week, just give me a 1. Give me a 1 in the comments. If you feel like I do, that I answered the question of the week satisfactory. Oh, that's a weird face. What is that face? That's a face. Only a mother could love. Oh, she doesn't like my mustache, so she thinks it's too long. Give me a Ethan. That's my man, Ethan. Ethan. All right. I'd like to know. So here we go. We're gonna do this. So we end every week. Oh, yum, yum, yum. It's words of the week. For those in the know, you know the feature. But for those that don't know, words of the week, every week we get 3 random words from the randomwordgenerator.com. My son presses the button. 3 words pop up until they make him laugh because he doesn't think that I can do them. The idea is that I take the words, ignoring the original definition, and apply them loosely to either marketing or my career. And I have to briefly, as possible, which is impossible because it's me, define what they mean in my career. And let me get words of the week. Words of the week. Words of the week. Doodle-doo. 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 Nobody? All right, fine. It's just me. It's just me saying doodle-doo. 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 All right, fine. We'll go back. Here we go. Words of the week. The first this first one's not fair because it's straw. Eventually he's going to make me put the pictures on there because these are done in Google Drive, and he knows Google Drive. So I let him put these words in there, and he gets the definition here. As you can see, no, he gets the definition from in dictionary.com because he knows how to do that because he's good at technology. And he puts these together, and the first I see them is now. All right, let's do this. Words of the week. Straw, quick as possible. Okay. Content without solid follow-up or social lubrication. So if I send an email to a person, not a site, send an email to a person from a site, and they don't feel a reciprocated relationship, that there's something reciprocal, they're getting something that they can use. I'm giving them content valuable for their site, something for their audience, something that they'll like, something they'll enjoy, something that no one else is going to have, or if someone else has it, they get a different level of relationship with the filmmaker or with the film or with the project. It's not a funnel anymore. There's no top of funnel where I'm building in high level people and fans. Oh, my hand. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a shadow. You're not building in fans high level, and then hoping to bring them mid level. So social up here, mid level is going to be websites. Bottom of funnel is going to be websites with exclusives, things like Amazon and Tubi and things. When you don't lube the funnel, it's like sucking a lime through a straw. It's a straw, not a funnel. You have to lubricate that. That's why we email these people multiple times. That's why we build relationships with people, because they're people. They're not assets. They're relationships. They don't have to be friends, but they're relationships and they have value, and we need to respect that. And that's fine. I think that's a good answer. I hope that worked. What we got here is the straw. Straw next. I know he doesn't know what that means. I know for a fact he does not know what that means. Oh, here's a quote. Creativity is intelligence having fun. I think right now I'm trying to be creative and I'm having fun. And it's hard. It is hard. Thank you, Albert Einstein. All right. So here's what we got. Consensus. In order to create solid art, you don't need to have one. But in order to create decent marketing, sometimes you need a team that reaches a consensus as far as a direction. If you're going to create brand marketing, you need a vision. Whoever establishes that, whether it's someone at the top, someone in the middle, but you need to have someone with a vision that can be followed by the rest of the team. But it needs to come to a consensus regardless, even if the number one person with the loudest voice is 98% or 100%, it's a consensus. I don't think I like that one as much. I don't like it as much. I don't know. I actually should call this the BS of the week, because I'm just just spamming words. Accountant. In the words of the week here on Let's Talk Marketing, episode 4, my son gave me accountant. Accountant. All right, here. Ready? I make so much money off this show. I need another accountant. So much. I made 11 cents. I'm just kidding. I didn't even make that much because I don't monetize it, because that's not what this is about. No. Listen, ultimately the goal is this. And this sounds really douchey. This sounds so douchey. It's the first time I've like remotely sworn on this episode. I put together this show as a challenge for me to talk and discuss what I'm interested in, and what I can give back to the community. I'd like to think, right? The community, filmmakers, entertainment, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small business owners. But really what it is for me is I want to be the type of person that makes it so you're not sitting at your table doing TurboTax in 2022. I want you to have an accountant, because there's just too much to deal with because you're too busy. I just think that that's a bigger win. Wait, what's beautiful sunshine? What is beautiful sunshine? Just so you know, I want to tell you a little story, Ethan. You tell me what beautiful sunshine means, Ethan, and I will tell you what sunshine means to me. Got it? You tell me. It's gonna be a good one. You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this one. I promise you. I guarantee. Accountant. Beautiful sunshine. Beautiful sunshine words of the week. Beautiful sunshine of the week. BSOTW. You can make a shirt. Got merchandise on T Planet. What are one of those t-shirts sites? T whatever. Again, who knows? Yeah, so here's the deal. John Yan, you should have just said you were here, dude. How long were you here? I would have said hello. We could have We could have talked about the Rob Report. Happy belated birthday, person born on the same day as me, John Yen. Same day and everything. What a good person. Miss you, guy. Hope you're good. Yeah, I was going to be born Sunshine. My mom, if I had named, if I was a girl, they were going to name me Sunshine. That was it's no small secret in the family or around my friends, but that is that is a little truth about the Smitty, about S squared. Good Lord. So that's a little scary stuff. And that's some top tier stuff right there. I think I delivered. At least I tried. Every week I come hard to the hole, and I bring what I got. A little right up there, just above the logo. Could be a little bit just above his head, but nope, went higher than that. And then I move him over, and then I move him back, and then I move him over. And I move him over again. All right, hang on. And here we go. This is me. So, guys, where can you find me online? Oh, this is simple. First off, you can find me jump roping on a horse. Gotta be, that's crazy. Spam it. If you guys are here and you're watching, hit that like button. Like. Second, find me at Facebook at Shawn Michael Smith. The day that they made them open to the public, woman took Shawn M. Smith because I was on a day trip to Tampa, and then I never got it. I've offered to pay her money for it, but she is a cruel, cruel woman. She's cruel. Actually, she's a sweetheart. You can find me on Twitter at Shawn M. Smith. I own that one because I've had it since day one. I mean, I've been on Twitter, I don't know, day 300. I don't know, something like that. Instagram at S-squared22. Oh my gosh, this camera. It's coming back. Look, why is it doing that? It's got to be 20-minute increments. Yeah. Twitch. If you're on Twitch, you want to check me and the kid out sometime, you can find us at S-squared22 as well. YouTube, if you want me to find me right now, I'm in the process of trying to up my subs so I can get the custom URL, the custom vanity URL, but we are youtube.com/ShawnSmith22. And if you guys are digging the podcast idea that my son and I did together, we do it every Tuesday at 7 a.m. It's live. It's called Potato Salad Marmalade. Get it at anchor.fm. Potato Salad Marmalade is the name of the show. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think we've had a good one. Guys, I've had a lot of fun. But it has been grueling. No, I'm just kidding. It's been fun. What do you got? Did you enjoy this week's show? Give me 5s. 5. Give me a star rating. 1 is terrible. 5 is great. 1 to 5. Was this helpful for you this week? Let me see what you got in the comments. See what you got. Now keep. I'm still looking at the jump roping horse on the other screen. He's just jump roping, which I think is crazy. Like who gets a horse to jump rope? I don't know if that's real. Is that real? Is that something you can get a horse to learn? I mean, I'm sure you could, but like then also like the core strength, like squeeze 4.9. It's a 4.9, Ethan. 4.9. It's a little bit of that beautiful sunshine right there, sir. A little bit of that beautiful sunshine pouring out on you. Man, this has been such a good show. This is a fun one. I'm glad that we were able to chill, everybody. Thank you. Oh, 6. Vince, you're here too. I got a 6. 10.9 divided by 2 means I got a 5.45. 5.45. That's pretty good. I got to be honest with you. the first moderately snowy-ish day. It's not even really snow; it's slush and freezing rain here in Maryland, and I'm getting some good scores. Jump rope and horse over here. Look at myself. Look at myself. I'm so vain. It makes me uncomfortable. My hair looks real. You guys like that? No, but I'm really glad. Thank you guys so much for coming. Every week, Tuesday, 2:15. Spam it out to your friends. Share it with your homies. Put it in all the film and entertainment groups so they can share the replay and they can check it out. Hit a hashtag live right now in the comments so that I know you were here live. And I want to thank you guys again so very much for coming and hanging out with me. It's been awesome. And as my son and I always say on the podcast, we don't say goodbye. We say ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba burrito. I think. If it'll let me, hit the button. Adios, guys.